part 2. More to get through. No coffee this time, no slurps, just records. Let's just do it. Monster, 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 Freak Out. A record I didn't get for so long. Frank Zappa is still an artist that I don't get. Or I find some things I like and some things I don't. Weasels Rip My Flesh I wanted to like more than I liked. But this is something I can really appreciate. I found this for a weirdly good price at a big record store in Auckland. This is an original pressing. Someone's drawn all over it, but the record's in really great shape. Apparently this triangle indicates that it's a original press. Yeah, I was absolutely over the moon. I've been sort of wanting it for a while, and I really like it. And I've still got a lot more time to spend with this before I file it away. Freak Out. Yeah, essential record. Another essential record, McDonald and Giles. This is the two guys from King Crimson. This is a Japanese press gatefold. Jazz, rock, a little bit funky. I guess it's a bit proggy. Very, very English. Yeah, just a wacky, strange record. Very English lyrics. Amazing playing. The drumming is incredible. And I really like some of the bass playing is really nice too. This is a VC classic. This is from the early days of the VC. I think this is one of those records a lot of the early people started bonding over, or at least this record got switched on. A lot of people got switched onto this record through, I think Derek showed this. So yeah, get it. McDonald and Giles, really great. If you're a fan of King Crimson, this is probably a bit more of a lighter, funner, not as heavy, not as proggy, not as serious as that, but worth a listen. I won't talk about this too much. All things Jesus Christ. All things must pass. I've always had a soft spot for My Sweet Lord. Yeah, I got this at the Seeds Estate sale. It's a little bit noisy, but I can clean it up hopefully in the ultrasonic cleaner. That's the good thing about the cleaner. It almost knocks every record up a grade. So hopefully this will come out as like a VG++++, hopefully. Yeah, killer tracks on here. Even the Apple Jam on the last disc is really enjoyable. All things must pass. Grateful Dead. This is a really fantastic live record. A 2 LP. This is an originally US press. I think it's just called Skull and Roses is the name of the album. The reason I wanted this one, a message. Besides it being a great record, is before I got into the Grateful Dead, I was listening to the Mark Maron podcast. He did an interview with Ryan Adams. I'm a big Ryan Adams fan, and he was talking about the track Wharf Rat. And I listened to the track Wharf Rat and it blew me away, and I thought, oh, this is a fantastic track. Just the toms on it, and that's what sold me a lot more than the Grateful Dead. And then from there, this was, maybe about 7 or 8 months ago. And then I found out it was on this album here, the live version of it. And it's a really great track, so I tracked down this one here. And coincidentally, I saw Ryan Adams a few months after hearing that Wharf Rat, and he was playing a really... It's nowhere near as good as the Grateful Dead. He extended his songs out a bit more, and they tried to play with that Dead style, I suppose. And I think it just worked. They had like incense on the stage and the big American flag, and yeah, every song was sort of extended out a lot more. He was definitely trying to go for that feel. Anyway, aside from that, yeah, really good. Bertha's Killer on here as well. What else is on here? I mean, yeah, I'd say check out the track Wharf Rat. Check out the toms at the beginning and the bass playing. It's just, yeah, it's wonderful. Back to Zappa, Hot Rats. I used to have a bootleg. It was like a bootleg, or it was like, I don't know what it was, some sort of weird pressing. It was really noisy. This is a upgrade copy of that. This is a Canadian pressing, original Canadian. I played this to a friend who didn't know this was going to be as funky, as jazzy as it is. If you don't know this, this is almost like a jazz funk rock record. Willie the Pimp, check it out. Hot Rats. Something I wanted for a long time. I spotted this in a local record store. Excuse me, this is a New Zealand pressing. Who Loves the Sun, Sweet Jane, Rock and Roll, I Found a Reason, Oh Sweet Nothing, jam-packed with classics, loaded. Super happy to have this. VU, this is I think it's like outtakes and unreleased songs. Has a track Foggy Notion on here, and I think Andy's Chest, which ended up as a solo track on Lou Reed's Transformer. Really, really good. I need to spend more time with this one. I think there's another one in here somewhere as well. Oh, where is he hiding? This I already have, but it's an upgrade copy. White Heat, White Light. This is the UK pressing with the alternate cover, which I think I prefer. Because the other one's just plain, isn't it? There's nothing really to it. Yeah. The Gift on here is a wonderful track. One of my favourite Velvet Underground tracks. And along with Sister Ray. This goes on forever and ever and ever. All-time classic. Top 20 record for me. Yes. This is a wonderful one. Hamza Eldeen, the Oud. Just the singing and the playing on this. I think he's Moroccan, or is he Algerian? Anyway, he plays the Oud, and he plays it wonderfully. This is a really beautiful... It sort of lost me a little bit in the middle, but then it picked up towards the end. I don't know why, because I can't understand what he's saying. But yeah, just the way he plays this and the feeling, it's very deep. Check out, he has a few albums, Hamza Eldeen. I've completely forgotten the name of the other ones. Oh, The Water Wheel is the one to check out. This is really good too. I think this is his second record. This is a Japanese pressing, but yeah, it's wonderful. Check out, I think it's called Escalade, The Water Wheel. Hamza Eldeen. He played... Am I wrong? No. I feel like he played with the Talking Heads on something, or he played something. He crossed over and he played with someone. I'm pretty sure it was Talking Heads at some point. I could be wrong. Speaking of people that played with Talking Heads, this is similar. This is Wally Badarou. This album is called Echoes. Is it? Yeah, Echoes. Fred switched me onto this because he was talking about the Massive Attack sample on here, which is on the track. Oh, I've forgotten, but I want to say Voices, but I could be wrong. Excellent record. It's so hard to describe. I don't know. Anyway, Wally Badarou played with Tom Tom Club, or he played on one of their albums with them. Yeah. So, I don't know, African electro or something like that, electronic, electro. Really good record. I think it's been reissued recently by Music on Vinyl, so it's obviously respected, I suppose. Yeah, I really like this. Sorry, I'm not feeling amazingly talkative today. But yeah, speaking of, this is the second Tom Tom Club. The first one, which has like a Genius of Love on it, is a very similar cover. This has got like wordy Rapping Hood on it. Sorry, no, Genius of Love is on this one. I'm thinking of The Man with the Four Away Hips and the other one on that album. Anyway, very similar cover. For ages I thought there was only one Tom Tom Club record, but there's two. This one's just as good. You can tell these tracks are made to be played live in a big disco, or I just imagine they work really well in a big club. The songs are very long, 6 minutes, 5 minutes. There's lots of long fade outs and fade ins. Like they were just made to be played live, in a big space or mixed in or something like that. Absolutely wonderful. I love this record. I think this is the one that Wally Badarou plays on. Adrian Beller's on this. I didn't know that. Maybe he plays on the other one. Maybe I'm just making this whole thing up. There you go. Young Marble Giants, Colossal Youth, a record that's taken me ages to come around to. I'm still not 100% with it. Yeah, indie post-punk, very stripped down, very plain-spoken lyrics. You get a lot of personality out of, what's her name, Alison Staten. Yeah, absolutely stripped down. Pretty ahead of its time, considering it came out in the early 80s. I could be wrong. This is a New Zealand pressing on Rough Trade. Very happy to have this. I need to spend more time with it. It's one of those sort of things where I think when you listen to the lyrics and you understand more of the personality behind the lead singer, it all sticks together. But yeah, great. Colin Blunstone, 1 year. Colin Blunstone is the lead singer of The Zombies. This is his first solo album, I think. Absolutely wonderful Baroque pop record. Very orchestrated. Some of the tracks are really nice and upbeat. Check out Caroline Goodbye. It's wonderful. I put that on the road trip playlist too, and it was perfect driving music. Colin Blunstone, 1 year. I really like this record a lot. I can really recommend it. I haven't heard his later solo stuff as much, but yeah, iconic cover. Another Fred Big Star 1000 record. Yeah, I mean, you definitely just check out, I'm going to say, Caroline Goodbye. What a voice he has too. I have the Four Men with Beards reissue of this. This is an upgrade to an original, is it EMI? No, sorry, United Artists, yeah. Oh, Liberty, there we go, it's all happening. Liberty United Artists pressing. For me, this is the best singles compilation record ever. I almost feel like it might be all you need for the Buzzcocks. A big fan of this band. I can't pick a favourite. I mean, why can't I touch it? Listen to that. Listen to the outro of that. It's like the best outro ever for a song. Just such a groove. Yes, it's a groove. I'm talking about Buzzcocks, the punk band. They've got groove in that track. Ever Fallen in Love is the big one, which I'm a bit sick of. Love You More. Everybody's Happy Nowadays. Whatever Happened To is a great track. For me, this is, yeah, the best singles compilation ever. Do I need any more Buzzcocks? Let me know. Because I know this inside out, but I haven't really ventured into the other stuff. That's all I need to say. Ambient 2, this is the one I was missing of the 4. Alex posted something recently. Alex Martinez posted a photo of all 4 of them, and I was saying to him that you should check out the Pearl, because to me that one is even better than the 4 of these, and it will fit into that series perfectly. That's the one with Harold Budd. Yeah, Ambient 2. Nice, can be a bit boring, depends on your mood. This is a Monster record, Monster Krautrock record, Cottonwood Hill by Brain Ticket. This unfortunately is really noisy, but I got it really cheap. Yeah, it's a Belaphon 71 pressing, I think. Gatefold, just weird as fuck. Psychedelic, Krautrock, bizarre. Towns Van Zandt, Our Mother the Mountain. This is wonderful. I love this record. I bought it at the Caesar State Sale, not really knowing what to think of it, and I'm obsessed with it. The cover's a bit terrible. I suppose it's iconic in its own way. Yeah, it's just he's so deep. It feels like a very intimate record. It's Towns Van Zandt. It's very stripped back. He just says what he needs to say. I don't know. I wish I could just say what I need to say rather than just babbling on. Speaking of babbling on, I'm going to check the battery again. I just sort of realised you can see the top of the records here, so you can probably already preempt what's coming next. I know for me, I will be doing that if I can see the records in the pile. So this one, yeah, is Tim Buckley, Goodbye, Hello and Goodbye. I have a music on vinyl reissue of this, but it's cool to get an American original on Electra. This is the one that really hooked me into Tim Buckley. I do have his first record, Greetings from LA. Oh, isn't that label beautiful? Look at that, isn't that wonderful? Anyway, and it's like it's described as like a white boy funk thing, and it is. It's sleazy. The lyrics are, you know, all about getting on top and taking control, and it sounds like an LA party, does that record, and I'm in two minds if I should keep it or sell it. I don't love it. I like some of it, I'm not sure, but this one I really love. I mean, Pleasant Street, Carnival song, Hallucinations. I Never Asked to Be a Mountain is great. Phantasmagoria in 2. Yeah, this is really good. He's a lot more personal and intimate. Goodbye and Hello. Steve. Octet Music for a Large Ensemble, Violin Phase. I got this. This is a German ECM. What a wonderful record. It's to me, this is like the sister record of Music for 18 Musicians. He said that this record, he tried to do what he was doing with 18 musicians, but on a larger ensemble, like in a larger scale, and he pulls it off. It's really wonderful. This one doesn't get talked about enough, I don't think. I really recommend this record. Yeah, similar. It's kind of similar to Music for 18 Musicians. It's maybe not as accessible instantly. But yeah, really wonderful. Always going to pick up his stuff. You don't see it very often, or if you do, it's not in good shape. Okay, this one I haven't listened to yet, I'm going to be honest. I have his debut, this one, 3 and 4. And I'm questioning if I need 4 Stephen Stills records. I actually do know the Change Partners quite well. I just haven't got around to giving it to listen to it properly, so I'm not going to give you an opinion. More Led Zeppelin. This is Physical Graffiti. I don't think this is, for me, this is when they sort of go off a little bit. It's a 2 LP thing. Some tracks are just okay, some of them are really good. The packaging is fantastic, the artwork is great. This place here is now a tea shop. And when I was in New York, Tali and I went into this place for a tea shop and for a cup of tea, like a herbal tea. The shop's called Physical Graffiti. And I did not even make the link, didn't even make the connection. I didn't even look at the name of the shop, we just went for a tea. And as I walked out, I just turned around and I was like, I recognize that building. And the rest of the day we were walking around New York, and I got home and I did some Googling and I was like, Physical Graffiti. Didn't make the link, didn't take a photograph because I didn't know, but I just had a feeling that I recognized the building before. It was just a weird thing where I was like, where do I know that building before? You know, where do I know the building? And there it is. So I went there, I went in there, I had a cup of tea, and I didn't even know it. This is a Japanese pressing. The artwork is very elaborate, as you know. It's got the die cuts and the business. Black Country, yeah. I mean, there's some good songs on here. For me, it's not anywhere near as good as like Houses of the Holy or Led Zeppelin 2. Yeah. Moving on. Oh, we got through these quite quickly. Das Specials, Ghost Town, wonderful track, wonderful artwork. It's also cool to hear the track Friday Night, Saturday Morning, and why. Have I talked about this before? I have this weird feeling that I've talked about this record. Possibly already have shown it. Having a deja vu moment. Anyway, Ghost Town, 45 RPM version sounds wonderful, fills the room. Klaus Schulze, Body Love. This is a Island Records press, UK Island Records. This is a little bit noisy, I need to give it a clean. Wonderful artwork, soundtrack to a porn movie, I think. It's sort of what you'd expect from Klaus Schulze. As far as I know, this is one of the better ones too, so I was really happy to grab this. I remember it being quite repetitive and like in a thumping, repetitive way. That's a terrible description. It's on the internet, you can check it out there. 2 more to go. This is a Oz, I think this is like an Australian rarity thing. I know the name, and I know people have raved about it. This was at the Deceased Estate sale for $10. Unfortunately, it's really noisy to the point where I can't focus on the music. I've watched it a few times. So yeah, I just heard lots of weird, funky guitar. It sounded not the greatest recording. But I know a lot of Aussie guys talk up this record. That's all I can say on it, really. McKenzie Theory. Finally, Love for Sale. Now this is a corker of a record. It's not what I expected at all. A lot more psychedelic, just cranking guitar solos. I love the guitar texture on here. I was really impressed with this. Who plays? I don't even know who the guitarist is. Yeah, Jay Donnellan. Yeah, this exceeded my expectations. This is an original UK pressing, I think, on Elektra. Oh, maybe, yeah. There you go, it's a red label. Really enjoyed that. What are the highlights for me on here? Can't remember. But anyway, really nice album. Whew, there's a lot of records. Now I've got to file them all away. I'm actually running out of space. So I'm going to be selling some at a record fair, I think, and buying some more cubes. That's the plan. And I've still got so many records up in storage too. I'm not complaining. It's first world problems. Anyway, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed. We got a lot of video. See, I can tell I've been talking for too long. I've been talking quickly because I'm starting to trip over my words. I think if I'd have talked slower though, that would have been another hour. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you all soon. Again, like I said before, I've got a lot of videos planned coming up. So yeah, stay tuned. Cheers guys, thanks.